Hello. Today feels exciting. I am going to attempt to break off a topic that has taken me years of living to understand, and I'm buzzing and tingling, and I have so much energy coursing through me that there is just no doubt this is exactly what I'm supposed to share. Synchronicities abound. I actually woke up around 3:30 in the morning, and this was coming through. This, at first, actually, if I'm being completely honest, what was coming through was a nightmare I was being shown, and in the nightmare, it's reflecting. If you've watched the other videos about dreaming, in my experience, the subconscious mind uses images in dreams to evoke a frequency to bring forth a frequencies that's within you to be reviewed and audited, and for you to be able to remove that which does not serve you. So when I receive dreams like that, it is a gift, and I know exactly where these energies came from. It came from in high school. It was the popular thing to do, to go out to the movies, everyone, and there was a whole series of years where really disgusting horror movies came out, and it was just really fun to go to them with everyone, and I absolutely hated it. And I would sit there and close my eyes and try to just distract myself and not imagine it. But there are things that you can't unsee. That's what I believed until I received guidance on how directly to remove emotions and to remove traumas and to remove stale, stagnant energy that does not need to be there. So this dream was shown to me, this awful thing that where we place our focus and our attention is what we're drawing into our life, what we want to experience. And this is showing me you have this active in your frequency. And the more I've cleaned and cleared, the more these deep things will come up. And it is such a blessing to not be holding on to this type of energy, but to instead see it and sit there and remove it. So in order to remove it, you must be able to connect to the energy. And so I want to back up a little bit and talk about reading energy. There are EEGs machines that our thoughts are always emitted from us at all times. So highly intuitive people can in a second know what you're thinking and read you and tell you what's going on. And when you're a really clean mirror, that is a really powerful gift you can offer to another, to sit there and intentionally. I mean, it takes a aligned person whose ego is in check. This person needs to be focused and in the driver's seat of their car to be able to hear the reflection coming back. Because if they're reflections of things you're stuffing and disconnecting from and denying, it is going to make you angry hearing this. But if you realize that the person telling you is reflecting this to you out of a place of love, out of a place of knowingness, then there's no ill will, there's no judgment. It's absolutely receiving that which is in your highest good to receive and know and to remove. So reading energy, and that's the most epic way to clean and clear yourself, because what you see in others is a reflection of with you. So you're already beginning to see energy that way. You can also it's easier to start in a dimly lit room, to practice seeing auras around people. I don't know if you can see my aura in this video. I can see it when I'm watching the videos back, and I can see it when people are really spiritually aligned in videos and they're calling in large amounts of energy and they're sitting in meditation. You can see their energy field around them. It's what all of the church photos that you see where they have that golden ring around the head in photos, it's reflecting energy. So the easiest energy to see is actually like this white fuzzy energy around the body, and it's so beautiful the first time you see it. And there's also some people where you can put your hands under I think it's red lights, like infrared red lights and things like that, and red light therapy, and you can, if you're looking closely, you can begin to see the auras, and you can begin to interact with your hands and see the energy trail between the hands. And it's a lot of people who do energy work that you do it so long and you're hyper focusing on it that you begin to see it. And so you can also see energy without seeing it with your eyes, but having a knowing. When people come in for like a tuning, which is, using a tuning fork to, if you have two tuning forks that are tuned to this resonance, it's binaural beats on each side. It's the pulse of the Earth's core, the Schumann resonance. the Fibonacci sequence, and it's all tied into sacred geometry. There's all of these math and sound and these interactions, but we won't go into that today. If you want to learn all about that, just watch Robert Edward Grant, because he's profound. But so you see, you're working on people's energy. A lot of times I will know where they're off and they need to be tuned, not because I see necessarily the energy is off, although some people will see black energy and things like that. I can feel it. I can look at you and know where it's off. And that's not, maybe it's a gift that I've put energy into, but it's something anybody can do, reading energy, when it's something you desire and when it's something that you practice. Another way to interact with energy is with a pendulum. If I have one handy, I don't have one. I might run and get it. Okay, a pendulum is just, this was a bracelet I got as a child with a necklace I got as a child, and I've hung it onto the end. As you can see, it's just something that moves, something that's kind of weighted and balanced in the center. This is how you set the intention of looking for water, and you can hold a stick that comes together and comes forward, and you can find water that way. Like, this is something that energy is emitted from everything at all times, and if you want to interact with it, you can. Generally, according to David Hawkins' work, if you want to be shown the truth, you will be shown the truth, and it's above a certain frequency, like you're out of survival consciousness, that you're really able to tap into this and just start to hear and receive and know. So I am moving this pendulum. I am the one holding this pendulum. It's connecting with my body. You can say, show me yes, and for me it spins in a circle, and you can say, show me no, and it will switch and go back and forth. My aura, my person, my body, my energetic body is emitting this frequency, and this is just a piece of metal interacting with my body. You can also see Sean McNamara will have an enclosed glass case and a really thin piece of tinfoil, and he can set the intention to move it, and with your focused intention you can see that move. So energy is something that it's beautiful, and it's our birthright to interact with it. And so muscle testing is a way of fine-tuning energy. Now, it's usually you see it when somebody's pushing down on an arm, and like a really strong man, a woman can just push on it with her finger and it gently goes down. And it's just because, and it's not actually muscle testing. You're using the muscle as a common phrase, but it's your energetic flow through the body. Like, it's when you introduce something negative, the energy short circuits and then it goes weak. So you can even do it. You don't even need that. You can do it with your own fingers. A popular way to do it, you're not going to use force and pull. You can do this as gently as finessing, but like, my name is Katie and it's solid. My name is Rebecca and it breaks because it's a lie. It's not true. You can sit up. I find better. I mean, I've done this for years, and so you generally just want to do it and calibrate it to find yes. You can say things like love and you can feel solid. You can say fear and you can feel it break because it's a weakness. You feel it in your body. So you just want to find a way. Show me yes. Generally, I lean forward towards positive energy, and show me no, and I'll lean back. And I'm exaggerating this to make a point. If you're standing, it's actually like so subtle, but you just need to connect to that really subtle movement to really get it. So keep playing with this. This is fun. This isn't anything to get mad about or worked up. This is just fun. So find your yes, find your no, and you can even be, a lot of people I know use it looking at like a menu at a restaurant, like, does my body want this? No. Yes, okay, this is what I should order. Or feeling like, is this in my highest good to take this course? Should I take this course? Yes. But you have to be really careful because your intention has to be clear. You really have to be neutral, because if you say yes, you're going to get a yes. Like, if you're biased, you're going to get a yes. You really have to be able to lean into that neutral place and just play with this and have fun. So many people have removed bloating and food intolerances and things like that by picking up a piece of food and saying, is this good for my body? No, my body does not want this. You're at the grocery store, you don't know which you want to get, like an organic plant milk coffee creamer. Which one? Is this one good? No. Is this one good? And you don't even have to read the ingredients. You can just feel the energy. Okay, this is the one I should get. I literally like don't even consciously think about this anymore, but I'm constantly interacting with things like, oh, that's not good for me, or reviewing opinions about which way I should go or which direction. And the pendulum is just a fun way to do it too, because it's show me yes. It's more neutral, and you don't need to actually say it out loud. You could just set the intention, because our thoughts are things, and they're emitting from our body at all times. But this is when I'm tuning somebody, working, and this isn't anything I was planning on sharing, but obviously this is intuitive led and this is coming up, so somebody watching this is going to be curious about this. But I'll go over the person's body in front of me, and I can go over the chakras. Like right now I'm going to do my own body. I'm going to go over my feet and see, and to me this is a healthy chakra. The energy is flowing in a counterclockwise direction, and it's small. It's not huge like this. That's an overactive energy center. It's not still, meaning the energy center is off. That happens. And I'll just go through, and I'll go, to the root. That's good. The sacral. It's good. Solar plexus. Up to the heart, the throat, the third eye, the crown. And you can just test the energy centers like that. Up the front of the body, up the back of the body. And you can connect to anything. That's why our focus and our intention are so powerful. Okay, so now that we've had this kind of tangent, which I think are all little breadcrumbs and pieces and hooks for future people to hang future things on, and they will help, kind of see this, what I'm going to talk about, from all angles. We can connect our focus to an emotion in the body. We can muscle test it to see if it's there. We can set our intention and remove the energy behind it and let it pass through. Have you ever seen like an animal being chased, like a gazelle being chased by a lion? Have you ever seen footage of when it's done being chased, once it escapes and the lion's gone and it's safe? It literally drops to the ground and like convulses, because it's letting out all of the toxic energy, all of the fears, all of the energy, the cortisol, whatever that they have that lets them run and do that race. We so brilliantly hold on to it. We don't need any of that at all. So you connect to the energy, and we're going to remove the energy behind it, and we're going to let it go. We're going to read energy, we're going to muscle test, and we're going to remove emotions with intention. So your ego is who your mind believes you are. Your ego is who your mind believes you are. We know that we are infinite. We have source energy running through us. We have our soul. We are so much more than this avatar. So keep that in mind as we're doing this, and keep in mind your innocence when we find these emotions. And if you're listening to this, I would guess that you're awakening to your potential. You're being aware of that you're a powerful creator in your life, and you are above the consciousness line in David Hawkins' work, which he says is necessary to be able to access these things. You need to be able to be neutral, to be open-minded, to have fun with this, but you need a desire to be shown the truth, because you will be shown the truth. So let's try muscle testing and just give it a go. If you don't think this will work, it won't work. So don't bother watching this video any further. Go find something that's a hell yes for this. But if you do think this will work and this is right for your path, stay here. Have an open mind. If you've been listening for weeks and understanding, you understand your ability, and you should be ready to play with this and have some fun. This is also an excellent way to take supplements. Does my body need this today? Do I need, what is serving size, 3 pills? Do I need 3 pills? No. Do I need 2 pills? No. Do I need 1 pill? Yes. Okay, today I'll take 1. And really listening to your body, having this conversation, and not needing anything outside of you to tell you what to do, but finding the answers within. It is beautiful and empowering. So if you aren't there, you don't want to do this, guess what? That's okay. This is your journey. And when you're ready, you'll be able to. So look around and listen. And what we're trying to find is the clues in the game to what you're supposed to be doing and finding. And so sensitive people, as we've said, are reading thoughts emitted from our heads at all times. It can be really unnerving. So whatever comes up in your head right now, I don't want people to know that about me. Let's start there with removing it. So you pick one thing and you can muscle test it. So once you get your baseline, my name is Katie, my name is John, whatever it is, and finding the yes, finding the no, and playing with it enough that you feel like you're getting accurate results, that's when you get started. And you can do the pendulum if that's what you like. Show me yes and you're getting accurate yes, and show me no and you're getting accurate no. My name is Katie, yes. My name is Jeremiah, no. Once you can be neutral, and if you want to do that, do that. If you want to muscle test, do that. For the sake of the camera, I'm not going to stand up and do the leaning test, although in real life, that's my favorite. I love standing because you feel it so subtly and easily. And you're really going to want to stand up for some of these. So you are going to pick something. It could be something that's bothering you. It could be something that you see in others and you find like so irritating. But if you see it in them and you judge it, it's in you. You can find a situation that's really bothering you. You just have to boil it down and find the emotion. Like really dive into it. What is it that's actually bothering you? Or you can find like a pain in your body, like if you use a body map, you can find like what is generally in that area. Like let's say the left lower abdomen, like frustration and disappointment is generally like gathered in that area. Let's say you have like a cramp there and you want to work on that. Frustration and disappointment, like whatever it is. So you're gonna have to be intuitive and be creative. And I just, this is such an empowering, fun thing. So find that which you're feeling intuitive about, leaning into, and then begin to connect to it. So I'm going to use an example of, what example can I do? Okay, I'm going to say putting my nose in other people's business. That is a frequency I do not want to have in me. That is something that, if let's say I see it in somebody else, that means it's in me. So I'm going to force the muscle testing here to prove this point, because I don't actually have that, putting my nose in other people's business, because I have worked on it. So putting my nose in other people's business, let's say that's a yes, but I'm going to actually want to lean for this. So I'm going to scoot forward in my chair so I can sit up and kind of lean. So putting my nose in people's business, and I'm making myself lean forward, okay? But if I truly had it, I'd be leaning forward. So I'm going to connect to it, and I'm going to feel the energy. And I actually repeat it in my head over and over to keep my focus on it, putting my nose in other people's business, putting my nose. And I'm just gently taking the energy out from behind it. I'm just removing resistance. I'm not trying to push it down. I'm not trying to get rid of it. I am allowing it to be here. Putting my nose in other people's business, putting my nose in other people's business. I am connecting to it. I am witnessing it. I am seeing it honestly. I'm not denying it. I'm not making it wrong. I'm just seeing it in its innocence. And I'm removing the energy behind it. And I'm removing the energy, and I'm repeating it. And as I am removing the energy behind it, my body slowly starts to go back until it goes to the no position. This is the conversation I've trained to have my body with. So putting my nose in other people's business, I go back because it's not in me anymore. Putting my nose in other people's business, it's not in me anymore. Anything that you see, it can even be like a fast food place that you really think about a lot, and it keeps coming up. Like anything in your environment that that there is a subconscious program linked to this, you can remove the thing or the emotion, just play with it and find out for your body how it's speaking to you. Look up body maps and try to feel, sit in meditation, like what is behind this shoulder pain, the right shoulder, my right shoulder. What is here? And the right shoulder is saying yes when we mean no. It's caretaking, it's accommodating. It's your body telling you you've ignored this emotion and you've resisted it and you've ignored the whispers of being your authentic self. You're wearing a mask, you're doing something inauthentic with yourself. And so now you're starting to have a physical symptom. So physical is like way down the line. Like you've ignored. Now you have pain. Now you have discomfort. Now you have tightness. So it's a conversation. You've ignored the conversation and now it's presenting here. So find the conversation. Listen to it. Kids know this. Kids intuitively know this. It's adults that kind of play. I heard Michael Beckwith and Shaman Durek saying that it's adults that kind of play peekaboo with this. And I loved that. They kind of play a hide and seek. That's what they called it. And it's true. We disconnect and we deny, and you've stuffed it for so long that you can't even feel what your body's screaming because you've ignored for so long. So there's no shame. There's no guilt. You are innocent. When we are unconscious, we are just operating a set of programs. So that felt necessary today. We talk about removing emotions all the time, removing blockages. I felt like we needed a little demo. So muscle testing, find your yes, find your no, find your yes, find your no, find your yes, leaning forward, find your no, find your yes, find your no, find the conversation, because you are able to tap into this world of consciousness all around you. And these thoughts are things they're emitting from our body. It's energy from our body. It's all frequency. And we are able to have the conversation with frequency and dive into it. So have some fun. Find what foods you should be eating. Find what foods you shouldn't be eating. Find what's good for you in your life, what's not good for you. Find the emotions. Find the situations that you're attracting of what you see in others and what you judge, and find that in you and go deep and remove it until you go back, and then enjoy a reality free of that. And then some things, they'll run deep. And it's not like you've seen this for the first time and denied it for the first time. You've been maybe doing this for 30, 40, 50, 60 years. Give yourself some time. Find the root of it, and you can find certain even events. Like if you're working on removing a trauma around an event, this event could have led to, the feelings of depression and anxiety and anger and betrayal and abandonment. Like there can be many facets of an event. So just be patient and find it and remove it and just sit with it. When I have something come up, I'll just sit with it and really dig deep, trying to and then how did that feel? Okay, there. Because emotions are the code. Emotions are the conversation. Emotions are directly showing you a link to your subconscious. So really paying attention and following that conversation is going to lead to such joy in your life. Have an incredible day. I feel like I've just given you a lot of knowledge. And so watch this video again if you need to, and really just take it all in and find your way there, find your fun, find your joy, find what feels like hell yes. Have a beautiful day. I very much enjoy making these videos, and I have you in mind. So if this video brought you joy today, give it a thumbs up. And if you thought of anyone when you were watching it, that is your intuition, forward it to them and keep the conversation going. And if you had any epiphanies or any ideas, share them in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. I hope that you have the most incredible day. You deserve it.